Hello everybody, welcome back to Try New Things. Thanks for joining me today. Today we're going to do another product review. So it's a nice day out here at the TNT farm, and I want to continue my work on doing some off-season or dormant pruning of some of my fruit trees. I also have some other work that I'll show you here in a bit that I want to get done. And I'm also right now going to show you the challenge that I have. So out here on the TNT farm, most of our fruit trees are either 1 or 2 years old. Some of them still struggling to stick out of the ground here. But there were 2 trees that were here when we bought the property, and they're these Bartlett pear trees that you can see in the center of the frame. And they've been here a good many a year, and they've already reached a height of, I would guess, about 30 feet. And I really want to knock the tops off these and trim them up a lot better. And I tried a little bit last year with some hand clippers or trimmers, but I just didn't have the reach to work on the top, and they just continue to reach the sky. And what we found 2 years ago when we had a bumper crop is they get loaded up so much that the branches end up breaking under their own weight. So here on this pear tree, you can see a couple of those branches that broke 2 years ago, and I still haven't been able to reach up in there to cut them out. But it just keeps growing and growing and growing, so I want to trim these back, give them a better chance, hoping this year will be another bumper crop and we can set them up to be successful and less likely to damage themselves. And I can't thin the fruit if I can't reach the fruit, and I can't pick the fruit if I can't reach it. So I needed some new tool to help me take care of that. So I'm a big fan of steel products. I've got a steel chainsaw and a steel trimmer that I use with a kind of a cutoff blade versus a wire trimmer to get the really thick brushes cut through. So I went to look at a steel pole saw the other day, and really wanted to buy it, but the price on that particular product was more than I wanted to pay that day. So I thought I'll wait a little longer and think about it. But the other day I went to Lowe's, and let me show you what I saw. So in addition to being a fan of steel products, I've also had good luck when it comes to battery powered tools with Kobalt's 40V Max series. So I've got a grass trimmer and I've got a hedge trimmer now, and they share the same battery platform, which makes it really nice because you can always have multiple charged batteries. But I saw this pole saw, 40V Max from Kobalt there, and I'm like, that's interesting. I'm a little worried about the actual ability of a battery powered pole saw, but let me show you the price that was on the boxes. So regular $200, now $99, including the charger and the 40-volt battery. I mean, you can not even get the battery for that. So I could not pass it up at that price. So I snagged it, threw it in the old Rubicon, and brung it out here to the farm. So today I'm going to open it up and try it out on my overgrown pear trees. And then down there by the creek, I've still got a bunch of nasty Osage orange that I've been cutting back, and I still got to trim it up a little higher because my goal is to be able to at least drive under them with the tractor. But anyway, we'll show you that too. All right, so I've grabbed a box cutter, fully charged 40-volt battery. Let's go ahead and open up this box, take a look. I don't care what anybody says. My hands are freezing, but I'm having a blast. There we go. So inside of the box, got our instructions in multiple languages. We've got a 2.5 amp hour 40V battery. It's interesting the combinations they have. So with my trimmer, it came with a 4 amp hour battery. With my hedge trimmer, it came with a 2 amp hour battery. And this one comes with a 2.5 amp hour battery. Now, they all use the same charger, it's just how long they're going to last. But now that's 3 different capacities for the same batteries that I've gotten with 3 different tools. And there's the charger. And lastly is our pole saw with an extra connection to make it a little bit longer. So I'm going to go ahead and get this together and I'll show you what we end up with. Okay, so I am a hair under 6 feet tall. I've got the bottom of the pole saw sitting on the ground and I can reach about 8 feet if I'm on my tippy toes. So I'm thinking this is 9 feet long. Let me back up a bit. Try to get it all in frame. So there it is, tip to tail. 9 feet long with the extra extension in it. So this is really going to add a heck of a lot of reach. I'm hoping it's not going to be too heavy. I don't think it is. Let me show you real quick the end of this thing as well. So up here at the top, we've got to add a little bit of gear oil, or bar oil, I mean, on this. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that now and then take it out to the pear tree and we'll see how it works. So for my initial pass, I'm pretty pleased with that. I still got to go in there and thin it out quite a bit more. Did cut some big central branches out, cut the tops off. Yeah, first pass, happy. Time to move on to some Osage orange and try it on those. So here we are down by the creek. You can see the evidence of me using the steel chainsaw to cut back the Osage orange. But I still have overhanging branches all along the creek that I want to trim up a little bit more, a little bit higher, so I can get the tractor with the rops underneath of it. And I can't quite reach it with a chainsaw, but I'm hoping that pole saw will do the trick. But some of these branches are pretty big, so we'll see how it holds up against some real wood. Osage orange is pretty dense, takes forever to rot, covered with thorns, and I hate it. But anyway, let's get to trimming. So what are my final thoughts on the Kobalt 40 volt max pole saw? Got some Osage orange dust on it here. Nice pretty color. To tell you the truth, I was worried if it had enough, I guess, oomph to cut through a real branch. It did an extremely good job trimming or pruning up those pear trees, and I went back and did a round 2 after I was done filming. I'll show a couple pictures here, and really went to town on those pear trees, trying to open them up in the middle and brought them down a little bit shorter. So the real test for me was then when I got down by the creek to do the Osage orange, and I was cutting some branches up to, I would say, about 5-inch thick, and it did a really good job. Probably should have been wearing a hard hat when I'm cutting branches over my head, but too late now. So for the price, for the price that I paid, it's an incredible value. $99 is pretty much unbelievable. If you could find one for that, snag it up. But even for its regular price of $200, I think it's a value. So very pleased with my purchase. It's going to help us out a lot here at the farm. And as always, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. And also want to shout out to the Spectrum Wireless guy that came out to survey some utility poles out on the property. Stopped in and said hello. Hello back. Very professional, friendly gentleman. And it was a pleasure to take a break and talk to him for a little while. But don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And until the next video, bye-bye. Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. So glad you chose to join. Yay. Chose. Hey, Zena. Can hear another redneck truck coming. Just waiting to see if he guns it like they usually do. Makes a big racket. There's louder. So I can hear that redneck truck still. Yeah, I'm going to show you. I said let's open up the box and take a look.